Hey, this is Dr. Kahl Goldfarb here with Water and Sports Physical Therapy. We're here today with Mike. He's our professional soccer player. We have an AC joint injury. It's a acromioclavicular joint sprain. What that means is the ligaments between the clavicle and the shoulder blade are damaged. There's different grades of sprains, but I want to explain what's going on here. When you have an AC joint sprain, imagine this is your clavicle or your collarbone. If you picture your shoulder blade, it comes up and attaches to the clavicle at what's called the acromion process, the bone right up top here. With poor posture, show us some poor posture, Mike, what happens is your clavicle separates from your shoulder blade, puts extra stress on the already damaged ligaments. Or, come on up, if your shoulder blade isn't in the correct position, and hangs down in a faulty position. So your scapula wings down like this. See how it separates from the clavicle? So what we want to do in rehab is protect the integrity of that joint by changing the mechanics. You're not going to necessarily heal the ligaments. Once a ligament is stretched, it's always going to be stretched. But what you can do, change the joints around it to decrease the pressure on that joint and allow it to scar down as much as possible. The way to do that, what we have Mike doing, is we're working on the upward rotators of the scapula. Those are the muscles that pull the shoulder blade up and provide a good congruent surface. So, the exercises for AC joint separation, once you are pain-free, and make sure you see a professional to make sure this is really what your injury is and make sure you're ready for these exercises. But the exercises you want to do is strengthen the upper rotators of the scapula, which are your upper traps, your lower traps, and your serratus anterior. You also want to keep in mind, you want to keep flexible your pectoralis minor. Your pectoralis minor attaches to your ribs and your coracoid process, which is the front of your scapula or shoulder blade, and will pull it forward. When that pulls forward, it's going to increase that stress again on the AC joint. The other muscle you want to work on stabilization is your pectoralis major, specifically the upper fibers. So let's go through a quick routine of the basic exercises to start strengthening those muscles. So, I'm going to grab a TheraBand, and what we're going to do is start with a low trap squeeze. I'll have Mike down on his knee, and what he's going to do is pretend this is lodged in the door. He'll grab up here like this, elbows me locked, and he's going to pull straight back. So elbows straight, and his angle's right there. What's happening is, if you look toward the back of the shoulder blade, is as he pulls back, the lower trap fibers right here are pulling back at that angle to contract the lower traps. The other muscle that we're going to work on is serratus anterior. He's going to hold from a front position, elbows me locked, and he's going to push forward like this. Notice his scapula, slow down a little bit, his scapula is going to move forward, protraction, and slowly retract back. And all this should occur without any popping at all or pain. The serratus anterior helps hold your shoulder blade against the wall of the thoracic spine and ribs. The next exercise is pectoralis major. The way to do that, you can come on standing, the upper fibers of the pectoralis major can be fired if you lodge this into the bottom of the door, and Mike will be pulling up in this angle. So he's going to come, I don't know, this is when we're going to cross this way. So he's going to come, there you go, just like that. So he's going to pull up, making the upper fibers, the pectoralis major work. Great, and now we're going to work on the upper trap. So to strengthen the upper trap, he would stand on the bands, grab both handles, and pull for the upper trap. These muscles all are upward rotators of the scapula. They're going to help give this joint less pressure and less pulling. So, the last thing I'd suggest is looking at pectoralis minor. Again, you want flexibility. So the way you do that is you find a corner, which we'll show you here. You stand against a corner, and you're going to allow your shoulder to pull against the corner and then slowly pull your body away. And you're going to feel a pull right here. Again, you should not feel any pain in your AC joint at all. You should only feel the pectoralis minor stretching. If you couple the stretching with the strengthening, you'll get the best stability possible. The key is you want to have stability and you want to avoid the motions that usually cause the injury, which are motions that are out away from you, pulling back. Something with an aggressive push. Things where you're doing jumping into a push-up position. All those things can cause an AC joint problem. So avoid things with pain, try strengthening, take your time. It's a slow injury, but usually it's recoverable. If you have any questions, feel free to find us at waterandsportspd.com. Thanks.